Hey guys, my name is Ryan and welcome to Overwatch Central. So previously we have done a video going over the fall of supports and higher tiers of Overwatch. There's a load of data in there and it's worth checking out if you're interested in that kind of thing. But we tried to break down why it may be that we've seen a drop overall in players playing support heroes. And the thing that made it really interesting, a little bit worrying for supports overall, is the fact that they've had a really good time with the addition of Moira into the game, very exciting support hero. Mercy being really strong right now and being incredibly viable. Anna's fun again, Zenyatta's in a really stable spot, and Symmetra has actually gone up in pick rate in that time as well. So that leaves one hero who has been one of the main reasons why the support category has fallen as much as it has, and that's Lucio. And since July, he's fallen down quite a lot. Today we're going to be looking at how much Lucio fell by, whenabouts this happened in the year, but also talk about why this may be the case. What has happened that has really screwed over Lucio in a time like this? Well, let's start with looking at the pick rate of Lucio back in July. This was around the time that Roadhog was pretty bad. This was before the Junkrat changes, if you could bring yourself back 6 months ago, which I find it very difficult to do. This year seems to have flown by, but I can't recall what the meta was like 6 months ago. But there were some pretty interesting things that happened. But anyway, going over Lucio, his pick rate in GM was 55% back then, 52% in Masters, about 40 in Diamond, Platinum and Gold, 42 in silver, and then it rose again to 50 in bronze. So about 45% on average, give or take. So let's take it to December with the latest meta report from Omnic Meta. All of this data is taken from that website Switch. The guy that runs it is a great guy, been really helpful in these videos and quite informative as well to get some actual stats out there. But this month for Lucio, he's 29% in GM, 30% in Masters, 24% in Diamond, 25 in Plat, 31 in Gold, 32 in Silver, 33 in Bronze, and overall that's an average of 29%. So Lucio is played on average 2/3 less now than he was back in July. So that raises a question. When did Lucio actually die out? Was it Junkrat? Well, actually no. On average his popularity went up quite a bit, especially in the highest tiers of GM where you're seeing this really big lick in his pick rate on screen. But he was killed off a lot by the Mercy meta, and just look how crazy the Mercy meta actually was when it was a sort of 90% on average pick rate. So that was the first real blow to Lucio's pick rate. Around that time that we did see Mercy getting buffed, we saw Lucio drastically drop then, and he struggled to really pick up the pace again since. But is Mercy still a problem now? Is Mercy sort of holding him back? Well, actually no, Mercy's fallen on pick rate as well, since July at least. It was about 66% average back then, and it went up to about 90, 95 or something crazy during the Mercy meta. Now it's down to about 63%. What's also interesting is looking at Anna and Zen. They haven't really gone anywhere, so it really does look like most players transferred over to Moira. But that raises a really good question. Why has this happened? Why has Lucio really not been picked more in this time where heroes like Reaper, Roadhog, Reinhardt, Moira really benefit from that death ball kind of play? So why isn't the speed boosting Brazilian DJ being involved more? Well, I think it has a lot to do with the pro scene as well. Lucio was picked 99% of the time in the pro scene up until the Mercy meta where he was ditched out for, of course, Mercy. And I think around that time, most of the pros and the community as well realized that Lucio's speed boost wasn't that OP at all as they thought in the first place. He has made an appearance back in the Overwatch League, but I think the main thing that's stopping him being picked in the competitive ladder especially is that he just isn't as fun or as impactful to play for a lot of players. Some players may find him really enjoyable. The footage on screen of me just playing deathmatch was really fun to do, but I wouldn't want to play Lucio in competitive or even quick play at this point because it's just not as fun for me anymore. And I think that's the case for a lot of heroes as well, where players are just getting bored of playing Reinhardt for 9 months or Winston for 6 months, and they want to start playing heroes like Junkrat and Tracer Genji and be a bit more selfish about what they pick in competitive. And when you have a new support like this and Anna being good as well, most players are going to go, we could do with a Lucio, but I actually want to play Moira, or I want to play Zen, or I want to play Anna. And then you also have Mercy taking up a lot of the support slots as well. But we actually have some stats as well to look over how impactful Lucio currently is, as there's another Omnic meta report aimed at Moira's healing and how she's impacted the game since her addition, but it also does show a lot about Lucio as well. For example, he heals on average less than Mercy and Moira, that's really no surprise, but it's about the same as Anna. There is a bit more of a skill curve with Anna compared to Lucio, who's pretty much the same on all the different skill tiers. Zen isn't too far behind either, and that's the main stat as well. Lucio is the worst at defensive assists, meaning it's very difficult for him to look after his team by killing people people. He's second highest on the limbs, but his damage done is quite low compared to Moira and Zen. So other heroes can be just as good as Lucio, if not better in some areas, but it provides much more interesting mechanics and gameplay than for Lucio, it's just basically existing. So that might be something that Blizzard may want to look at to just bump up Lucio a little bit to make him much more interesting to play and feel much more impactful as well. But let me know what you think of all this information. Big shout out again to Omnic Meta for all of the stats that we've been able to use. Let me know what you think of the Lucio debate in the comments below. Do you think he's had his time in the sun sort of thing, being picked as often as he did? Or would you like to see our Brazilian DJ come back a little bit? Let me know what you think, and until next time, take care. We'll see you then.